Hey guys, Charlie here. Welcome back to Prison Architect, and the problems have evolved. They've evolved. It's gone. It's evolving. Okay. Regular guards are now getting stuck in here too. Yeah. It's not just the orderlies anymore. This isn't gonna work. This needs to be redesigned. It's getting to the point now where something about the way this is organized, and now we have cooks weeing on the dog handlers. Okay, bye dog handler. He's just perma messed up right there. Okay, so we need to redesign this because it's clearly not working. Now, I also want to address some comments. All right, for one, can you guys do me just a favor? All right, and you know how I like to respond to commenters. You know, I take my typical pissy attitude to you. Yeah. It's an act. Going along that act, though, can you guys, like, maybe, I don't know, read the overt criticisms of other commenters before commenting yourself? Like, I don't know how many people have to tell me that the staff room has no trays before people start getting the hint that I've been told that already, you know? Like, I want to join in and say it, too. Like, come on, guys, come on. And yeah, they have no trays, sure. But like I have 45 cooks, 46 cooks. I'm not gonna hire more cooks for this. That's enough cooks for this. 1, 2, 3, I've got what? 4, 8, 12, 14. I've got 14 cookers and 46 cooks. That's enough cooks, okay? And it is getting clean, all right? This is not like now, another thing is addressing the policy thing where you're like, hey, you don't need as many people on break. You play the prison how you want, man. That's fine. But if I've got a whole bunch of people who are unhappy with their job, which right now it's not the case, but if I got a whole bunch of people who are unhappy with their job and not being able to meet their needs, I'm going to let them go. I'm going to let them get their needs met because I don't want them to revolt. And as long as I have enough staff, it'll work. It'll be just fine. Now, the one problem we had, though, is without any trays, they can't eat. And with all the toilets being occupied, they can't shit. Okay, so those two things, big no-no, and then they just keep going in and out, and that was the problem, all right? So we're going to address that, all right? We're going to address this, at least. I don't really think there's a problem with the eating arrangements, all right? And then at the end there, like I added these 2 serving tables, which also adds more trays, and also added more food. So, and they have plenty of places to sit. There's nothing else I could do about that, all right? So we're going to fix this part. This part I think we can do something about, but I need to be delicate with this because if I eliminate it or take it apart too much, then they won't have any facilities for a little while, and then everybody will, have bladder beads and stuff. So I need to keep some of these intact while I'm renovating. So along that note, let's demolish this wall, and let's open this whole area up a little bit, okay? See if we can solve this, whatever this is. Now, I'm going into this, and you guys should always assume. I would ask that you please always assume something is true. And I know it's hard to do that, especially, because you guys are YouTube. It's really hard to do this. But can you just assume, take it upon yourself to assume that I've tried more things to fix certain problems than you are actually seeing on screen? Okay? Can you try that? Also, can you do me another favor? Because this is a very common thing that we gameplay video creators do, okay? And that is thinking out loud, okay? I'm just going to give you guys a one-on-one course on how this works, on how we work as human beings. Because we are human, by the way. And when I say that because human beings, we make mistakes, right? So, there's something that we do, and that is thinking out loud. We ask a question. Asking a question, I don't know how many comments I've had to delete in the last 48 hours because they're just belligerently rude, okay? Rude people, I'm deleting you, okay? Be respectful in your criticisms or you're gonna get deleted, okay? Just saying right now. I'm not gonna have my comment section filled with garbage. I'm just saying that right now. And this is gonna sound salty, all right? It is. You're listening to somebody who is going to sound salty. I'm not. I'm saying this with a smile on my face, but I'm also saying this so that you know it for the future, right? And you know who you are. If you're not deleted, then you're not salty. But there's some people that are flat out cussing at me, and that is not okay. all right? I'm not going to have brand new people who have never seen this channel before come into a video and see that as the culture in the comments. It's just not. I'm going to cultivate the culture that I want. All right. I'm okay with criticism. I'm okay with people telling me I'm making mistakes. I'm okay with people trying to tell me how to do my job to an extent. It gets to the point where if everyone's saying the same thing, it's like, come on, guys. But I'm not okay with you flat out cussing at me, telling me how much I suck in a very rude way. I'm not okay with that. Okay. And I will delete it. Okay. Getting that out of the way. Can we assume for the moment, when I'm asking a question out loud, I'm not asking you to tell me. This is me letting you into my head. I'm letting you into me, all right? I'm letting you inside my head so that you can see and or hear, mostly hear, what I am thinking about at the time, okay? That's how this works. So when I say, what's going on here, I'm not asking you to come into the comments and tell me exactly what's going on there, okay? That's not how that is. That's not what's happening, okay? Okay, so now that that's out of the way, welcome back to Prison Architect, everybody. I know, very welcoming, but I needed to get that out of the way because I feel like it's going to start becoming an epidemic. And there's quite a few new people, right? New people, new names I've never seen before, and I want you to feel welcome, right? I want you to feel like you can contribute, but I don't want you to contribute like you've been contributing, at least some of you, right? So now that I've got that out of the way, hopefully people are a little bit more respectful because I will, like I said, I'm not somebody who doesn't delete comments. I'm open about it. If it's something that's rude, I'll delete it. If it's something I don't want to hear, you know, like you're telling me things, I'm just telling you things you don't want to hear, that's fine. That's fine. You can say those things. Those will stay. I will leave those up there. That's freedom of speech as far as I'm concerned. But there is an extent to that, all right? There's an extent that I'm allowing. And telling me to F off because I'm an effing asshole or effing stupid, not okay. Okay? Not okay. Okay, so we're trying to fix this bathroom. I'm thinking if I open it up a bit more, I'm hoping anyway that if I open it up a bit more and demolish a few walls, this is something I haven't tried yet. I've tried a lot of things to fix this. Between moving the rooms, getting the rooms in order to... I don't know, like I've taken away the doors, put in the doors, put an extra sink, taken away the sinks, even as far as just deleting the toilets and reinstalling them. I've even reinstalled the toilets in a different organization, and it still hasn't seemed to fix the problem yet. So I'm hoping that this helps it. Now, given that, we have how many staff? What, 200? 200 total guards. That's just guards. That's not even cooks and things. So if we're going 200 guards plus 55 orderlies plus 98 staff, so that's a lot of people. And that's a lot of people to serve food to, but we have the facilities to do it. But it's also a lot of people to, and I'm going to go ahead and dump these. Like these giant trays that are just these giant stack of trays, I'm going to dump them because I think we'll ship more in. But I'm just gonna dump them for a bit because they'll replace them. That's not a big deal. Like, but all of these, right? These giant stacks, right? Store, food tray, dirty, in sink, and we're gonna get them cleaned. I know they're gonna get cleaned, but I want to get some of them are just there's just too many of them. I'd rather ship clean ones in to help with the backlog of that. But like we have 40 something cooks, okay? It's not a huge deal. Let's take this policy down a little bit. We'll bring it down to 60%. I'm not going any lower than that. No matter how many comments you leave me telling me to, I'm not going to. That's the lowest I'm going. We're going right here. And I'm hoping I see some orderlies using this. Opening this up, it's less privacy for sure. And that's I guess they don't care. I kind of wish they did, but I guess they don't care. But I'm hoping that opening this up helps. So I'm also going to move, I think, the arcades. Let's get... let's slide this table to here. Let's open this room up a little bit. I don't think they need any more eating room. Like any more tables to eat at. Because we're not filling them up anyway. And they're all kind of staggering their breaks. But I do want to make more room for like the pool table and the arcades and stuff like that. So we'll slide this stuff over. And then we'll slide the pool table over to, like, here. And then we can move these arcade machines along this wall. This is going to open up additional space for bathrooms. Okay, now I want to take the burgundy wall. And I'm going to... Let's see. If the bathroom is here... So if I do something like this... I should be able to get additional toilets. Like, it's only 2 additional ones. I kind of wanted a third. I'm going to get a third, too. That arcade machine is going away, so doing that is possible. All right. So we've added additional toilets. We have to make sure they have water, which they won't unless I do that. So we'll do that. Let's make sure that's the big priority. So I've the same number of toilets, but now it's more open, right? And again, I'm kind of hoping that this means our orderlies won't get stuck. And so far, that one didn't. Why is that not? What's going on here? Staff room. Right there. Okay. All right. He's stuck. They're just going to keep getting stuck. I don't know. It doesn't solve it. Nothing I do here solves this. There comes a point, guys, where you have to say it. There comes a point where you just have to look at the situation and say, this is not in your control. And I think that's where I've reached. That's the point I've reached with the orderlies in the bathroom. I mean, I should have known that wouldn't fix it, right? Because they get stuck on the couch, too, like that guy. I should have known that wouldn't fix it. So, I don't know. Oh, also, addressing a comment. Somebody said I need more staff rooms, right? Like, I just can't accommodate the ones the staff room's too small. Like, there's barely anyone in here relative to the rest of my staff. This is totally fine. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again in this video, I guess. If you have multiple staff rooms, the AI is not smart enough to grab food and sit down at the nearest bench. It's not smart enough. It won't just do that, right? So they're going to grab food, and they may sit at this bench, or they may take that food, walk out of the staff room, and go to the other staff room to sit down and eat. And that is really inefficient with their time. It's going to lead to people going off break in the middle of this path, in the middle of this trip, and they're just going to start dropping their food everywhere. And they're not going to get their food purely because they chose not to sit here, but to sit somewhere else, even when there was space. Having a single large staff room, it prevents them from doing that. You offer a staff-only area for them to sit that's very close to their food. And it works for me. It does work. It's just the orderlies are bugged. But it does work. Okay? Okay. This entire episode is brought to you by salt. Seriously, though, sometimes you gotta respond to things sometimes. I know. It takes a lot. Guys, it takes an awful lot to fluster me. You have to get a thick skin in this industry. And by this industry, I mean, technically, I'll go as far as to say the entertainment industry, right? But really, oh, hey, you know what? I'm betting your patrol route is pointless. Indeed it is. But we're gonna open this up today too. So let's demolish these walls. We can do it to... how far do I want to go here? Probably here. Let's go like this. We could actually make this 2 separate cell blocks. I'm not opposed to that, actually. So we open it up just where we're going to put the doors, and then we start building the cells out this way. We got 31 grand. That's enough to expand. We're going to do some intake today, too. Again, to like commenters telling me to intake more people, like chill out. I got logistical issues with my staff that I want to fix first. Okay, like hang on a second. And see, now the guards are even getting stuck. There's no needs for this guard, but she's stuck. So this problem has progressed to the point where it's affecting all guards, not just orderlies. Right? This cook too. The bathrooms just simply don't work. So my last ditch effort here to see if I can fix this is to eliminate all walls entirely. This is the last effort I have. If this doesn't work, I just don't see us being able to offer staff bathrooms without this bug. It's something new, you know? For those who've been playing Prison Architect for years, like I have, this has never happened before. This has never been a problem. It's never an issue. And then 011 introduced the orderly thing, this latest update, and now I'm getting this bug, you know? Hold on, let's take an intake. We want to take, let's see. What do we have for capacity here? So we've got enough room. Shared capacity is considered 61. That's not right. Hang on. Hi. All right, good. That's fixed. Continue. So we're about 30-ish. Let's take 20 on normal. We've got about 20 capacity for medium, minimum 2. We've got about maybe 20 capacity for max. So taking 60 prisoners, 20 in each, seems like an okay thing. We have 106 criminally insane, 116 capacity, so we're not going to take any more there. I'm not going to fill this up, because if that random event comes where they dump prisoners on me, I'm screwed. I'm not going to fill these up. I'm going to leave cushion. I'm going to leave space. And, you know, having, what is it? 280 out of 409. This sounds like he's not filling his prison, which it is. But it's also not that much, because I've only got about 20 or so capacity to fill in each security level. You know? Because I'm not filling it up. I want to leave room for that random event. So how about we take, 20 of each on this. So we're going to go, we'll have them all the same ratio. And then we'll bump this up to 60. And it should evenly divide them. It should. Bump this up to 60. There we go. So we'll take that today. And that's 36,000 bucks. And then we'll go ahead and bring that back down to 3 a day. And then cut this. Leave death row open. Okay, so we're going to get more intakes today. Now, I want to expand medium security because that's where my capacity is a little bit lacking, right? This is the smallest zone in my prison. I want to make this bigger. So we're going to go with clone. Let's find some cells that we know are not cell status. I want to see if they're gangs. Intelligence gangs. Okay, so there's a gang here. So I can copy maybe these 6 cells. And then that'll transfer all that over. So copy all of this. Leave the wall. And then we'll just go like this. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to leave that room. So we'll just have that. And then we can put some cells along this area. So we'll just grab that. And we'll go like... can cut it in a little bit here. So we'll go like 1, 2, 3. No. Let's just do 1 cell for now. 1 cell at a time on this. 4. And then we can flip it around. We want to copy it from the other direction though. Are any of these gang cells? No. So I can take these 5 right here. And the reason why I'm wondering if they're gang cells is because, again, latest update, they made it to where gang cells are actually gang territory. And so you can't alter them. And you also cannot copy them. It will not copy the stuff in those cells. So you'll lay out the wall, but you won't have anything inside it. That's the reason why we had certain gaps in the very early of the series. The very early... what's going on over here? That's a dead guard. That's a dead guard. Guys, can you stop him, please? Felix Merwood. Oh my god, he's gonna kill all my guards here. Felix! Calm the hell down! Shit, now we're gonna have staff needs problems. 7 guards I've died on duty. These are the maximum security guys. Now, this guy is in a gang, but he's not a gang leader. So I am going to have him on permanent lockdown. I should have done that already, and I didn't. Here's the thing, too, though. There's no way I can cater to these guys' luxury needs because they're gang leaders. And that means they're in a gang, which means now that he's been recruited, he's in a gang too, which means he won't work, right? So there's no way for me to cater to this, which means this shop is kind of useless. Also, this is... Yeah, there's no door here. Nah. No door. Secure door. Is it out here? Really? All the way out there, huh? Yeah, well, I had to do that for the non-square cell thing, so... and then this counts as a cell. Yep, so when they install that door, this will count as a cell again. Man, dead guards. Not good. I could probably get away with... maybe having additionals in this area for patrol, just so there's more to respond with. But yeah, we're not doing. See this here too. Like all these problems are fresh. These are fresh problems. This never used to happen, and now it does. See, they just don't leave their post, and they get all pissed off, and then that hurts the morale. There's only 3 staff with serious complaints. I am paying them appropriately now though. I upped their raise, so it's at 0% now. Kind of needed to do that, I felt. Hi. Nope. Getting rid of the walls hasn't solved the problem at all. Staff room. Here we go. Hasn't solved the problem at all. You know what? Let's not do that. Just there. You can leave this as carpeting, please. So maybe it needs to be a completely separate building instead of being attached. Or maybe, yeah, maybe there's nothing I can do about that. I don't know. I like this, though. I know that they get all bunched up right here, right? I know that that's happening, but look at this. Even though they're getting bunched up, and they're like trying to get somewhere, it's still, their freedom need is still green. They're still getting their freedom need taken care of despite not being able to move, right? So it's like, I don't like this, but I don't know what else to do about it because they are choosing to use facilities elsewhere, right? See the phone booth? They're all right here. They can phone their family right here. They're choosing to use a different one. And I can't affect their choices because, like, I've got this marked as staff only. The only way I could affect this is if I did staff only here, which I can't do. Allowing regime-specific deployment would be very nice. That's a feature I would love to have. If that's a mod, please link it. I'll absolutely install it. Regime-specific deployment would be a godsend for this project. Because then I can say during 9 and 10 and during 9 and 10, so like every 12-hour increments, they get 2 hours of free time. During these periods, this gap is staff only. That would be amazing, right? If I could do that everywhere in the prison. But you can't do that in this game. I would love it. Regime-specific deployment. Get on it, please. All right, it's open. And you are absolutely still stuck. Yep. You're not. Actually, you got off the pot, but that one was stuck. Oh, well, it's opened up. And you know what? We might as well, while we're here and while it's opened up, we might as well just add some more. Let's give them all a bunch of toilets. Why not? Uh-huh. Let's just open it up in here. Everyone wants to go potty? There you go. All right, how are we doing on cleaning trays? There's still a lot of trays that need cleaned. And, like, I'm checking out my kitchen staff, and there's, like, they do seem quite busy, you know? They're moving out here. They're getting stuff. Deliveries is kind of being filled up. And I'm tempted to, like, I don't know, maybe even... I even have I even have prison labor in here, too. You know, prisoners are able to work in here, too, and that's helping out. Preparing. This one here is going to teach kitchen safety and hygiene. I wonder if he'll teach the class while pissed off, because his needs are kind of growing. What's going on with that camera? Oh, it's somebody off of the... Yeah, somebody's off of the controller. I see. Well, I mean, 7 staff dying on duty is not that bad. It could be way worse. What I think I'd like to do... Let's give... There's no way to give these guys money. Where did he go? Did he get sent to a different solitary cell? Wait, where did he go? Where was he sent? Uh-oh. Prisoners. Where? What? Oh, you're in here. Oh, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Let's take him to the protective custody infirmary. That makes so much sense. Thank you very much. Escort prisoner to solitary is a task that is on our list, but we're not doing it. I bet he sits in here. Oh, there he goes. Okay, somebody's on it now. I was going to say, I bet he sits in here for a very long time. But I want to see him brought to solitary. Okay, it's going to work. They're going to do it. And yes, I'm aware the solitary cells are technically square because they're single tile. I know. So he has no money, but he's well fed. He has no money either, and they never will because the gangs, they won't work. If they don't work, they can't make money unless they're able to get it from visitation, which they would be able to do if it wasn't booths. If I made this tables, I think they could get money from loved ones and buy things. But man, does that sound risky because they can also get weapons. So I don't want that either. I would love it so much if they would nerf the mechanic that allows me to put permanent punishments on gang leaders. Like Christopher Pennington here, I would love so much to be able to do this. But as soon as I do that, the danger in the prison will rise because gang members are furious, right? That's the big deal. That's the big problem. I mean, granted, it's only 10 gang members right now. Gangs are actually, there's not that many of them, but it's extra danger. It's extra opportunities to kick off. And me no likey when you kick off. Search the cell block while they're sleeping. And, yep, filling up. I mean, at least I'm providing more toilets now. So that when this does happen, there's still like this... There's extra opportunity to use the bathroom, right? I kind of feel like this toilet should be moved in here. We can even move this over here now. Yeah. Just to get it off the red carpet. That's probably going to annoy people. And then we want the water pipe going here too. Just because. What's going on here? We got fighting happening somewhere. What's your biggest needs? Freedom, luxury, freedom, 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 freedom. Jesus. Deployment. Well, your freedom need was here. I don't know what you were doing during that time. 10 to 11 is also a period where we have, I think, plenty of orderlies, right? Well, kind of, but not really. Let's get more orderlies in there and got a few in there. Yeah. This is a shared area. Access only there. But it's only 2 hours of free time. I kind of need to give them more. You know what? Let's give them their own yard. Well, that's what this over here was going to be. It was going to be this shared area right here where they could all go. You know, I feel like maybe these cells are not great. Or we move this office out of the way, extend this corridor, and give them a door right here. And then they can access this area at a different time. And that would also split them up a little bit. But their yard time is... Their yard time is right after canteen, so they would literally be all moving through. But then some of them would split to go here, and some of them would split to go this way. Like, this would... It would make smaller crowds. But also that means my staff can't be concentrated as much. We actually are zeroing out on guard duties. That's interesting. All right, well. We need more. How's that sound? He's still zeroing out on guard duties. Pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. Let's hit a few more. We'll add a couple of orderlies too. Why not? Because I really want more bugged staff in my prison. And you know what? How about we I'll throw a few more cooks in just to satisfy the peanut gallery. How's that sound? I'll put them right in the kitchen too. I know how you love me hiring them at the front of the prison. Part of me actually, I really like it. You know, this relationship we have. This relationship we have where we can be salty to one another. I love it. I feed off of it. Excuse me. What are you doing in here? Pardon me, sir. Can I help you? Why are you in here? Where are you going? Where in the world do you think you're going? You're going through all of the restricted areas. You're not supposed... Did you just do a circle? What was the meaning of this? What was the point? Let's get this pressure pad, right? Nope. Here and here. Here and here. We're going to have these pressure pads open these doors. If they want to come this way, they can do so. Not this way, but the other way, yes. This will help alleviate some of the door controller tasks too, because they keep having to wait a little while longer to get through. Pressure pads. Well, this one's here already, so let's just connect it. Get the other ones hooked up, hopefully soon. Workmen. Here we go. So at least they don't have to worry about that one anymore. Slowing them up. Getting them back to their cells. And then that one can be hooked up too. Cool. How's this working? Like, are we getting these shut down? I'm really tempted to kind of reinvent this too. And get all of these different sections working on their own timers. Because that way we could really alleviate some power concerns. You know? If only one workshop. I mean, right now, it's kind of set up to where these two security levels are working, so this one could be shut off. We don't need this one on right now. You know? It's a thing. It's a doable. This corridor looks a little bit dark. Just gonna lighten it up a little bit. We got tunnels. It's probably a false alarm. Typically, a dog will have multiple flags if it's real. And then we still have workmen working on these cells. When these are all done, we're gonna have a way into this block. I think I'm gonna do this. Put a wall here, like that. Like that. We'll put a door there. And this will be a way for these guys to get into this area. And then we kind of have to do the same thing here. So I'll pop it there. No, not there, because that doesn't work. We'll pop it like this. Put the door there. So the idea here being... like that. The idea here being that we can have this be shared, but there's only one security level in there at a time. By staggering, you know, yard times and whatever, we can have one area where they're only in there at one time. And then I can also lock this behind... I could lock this behind remote doors too. Why don't we do that, actually? Why don't we do that? Lock this behind remote doors as well. We have a door servo there and there. And then we have one there and there. And then we pop doors here. There. And then I need to click it again so I know which direction it's opening. So there and there. That way we can lock this place down too. So during any time that's medium sex free time, we lock these doors. And they're only allowed... actually, no. These are only open during medium sex free time. Yeah, that's what I mean. That way, if they're closed every other time, but that lets medium sec to get into this area during their free time. So the other security levels will be able to access this. We actually need it to be here too. Why don't we do it right here? This looks good. Whoops. There. And then we replace this area with remote doors. There and there. That's going to let low sec into this area. And then we need to change this. We need to renovate this. So what I probably have to do is grab the white wall foundation and just sort of... we could go... We need it to be big. They're going to have to move through here at a pretty big size wave. We'll get rid of one of these offices. I don't believe that they're really using all the appointment slots. And actually, right now, it looks like nobody's using anything. I don't understand that. Why do I have to keep rescheduling this? Maybe it... Again, I have... Okay, so here's the thing, guys. I have well over 1,000 hours in this game. But there are the minor details, the really small things that normally I couldn't care less about. I don't pay attention to them. And this is one of those things. Rescheduling of programs like this. At the end of the day, when all of these time slots are done, I think, unless I'm mistaken here, feel free to chime in the comments and tell me how it really is. As if they're not going to already. At the end of the day, when these time slots have passed, I believe they're going to be blank. But at midnight, when it shifts over to the new day, they get rescheduled. Isn't that how that works? I think that's how that works. But I don't know that. There's also 103 people that want spiritual guidance. I'm tempted to do that. To give them a chapel. But giving them a chapel... Like, they can get their spiritual needs. They may want spiritual guidance, but their spiritual needs are met. Like, none of these guys have spiritual needs. Because they all have it with the prayer mat in their cells. Like, this guy right here. What's he doing right now? Right? I'm trying to find somebody praying. I was hoping to find somebody praying. He's overheating. Whoa. Whoa. It's 78 in here? Overheating my ass. 27C. 30C here. Okay. Look, it's hot, but overheating, that's a bit dramatic. Okay? Okay there, Sally. It's a little bit dramatic. I think you'll be fine. You're not even in direct sunlight. Anyway, what I was saying is we can get rid of this room. We can also dump one of our psychologists. Do I really want to dump one of the shrinks? Or can I just move the room? Like, what if I... Nah, I think I'm going to dump this room. I don't think I need that many. We have what? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be enough. To handle 105 criminally insane. I don't know if it is, but the thing is, their treatment as outstanding physicians, it gives them a 3-day cushion. So I guess would you times the fact that they have how many sessions per day? Right now they have how many sessions per day? All right, so assuming, yeah, we're getting a pretty full schedule every day, but assuming we get what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, huh? You're not scheduling you're not using all the rooms. You're not using all the rooms. Why? Where's my psychiatric consultation? Well, I mean, the idea being there should be 7 appointments per time slot, right? If they're using all the rooms. So the only thing I can think of now is that maybe I didn't mark these. I had to have, because they're working there. They are marked as psychologist's office. Psychiatrist's office. They're not marked as criminally insane only, though. Maybe that's the problem. I think maybe they have to be marked for that in order for them to use it. So if I hit this again and reschedule, how many rooms are they using now? No, it still says no room found. Huh. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, here we go. Now it's working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Now we've got it. All right, so assuming they have 7 per time slot being done, right? And there's 1, 2, 3... Only 3 time slots? Well, it's for criminally insane, so yeah. There should be 6 time slots. So why can't I schedule that? Let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, if I do this, I should be able to get this on these other time slots too, you know? Like, there's these slots right here. I should be able to fill those. So if I bump you over to here, let's say. If I fill all these, I have a feeling, though, like, doing this is meaningless. Because as soon as I hit reschedule or whatever, it's actually not going to go and do this. But the idea was to have this happening. We have enough people to do this, you know? No room found. That's really bizarre. Now we have an AM times. Yeah. But now we don't have all the PM times. Huh. See, my rationale behind this is we should have 7, right? 7 for every time slot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different hours. That's 42 different appointments every day possible. And there's a 3-day buffer because they have outstanding care. Right? With outstanding care, they should have 3-day buffer on their calm status, which gives us 3 days per patient when they have a consultation, which is more than enough to handle like 130 prisoners, 42 times 3, basically. That's what I'm hoping for. Because we have these 7 should be enough to handle the 105 that we have. But it's not letting me schedule all of those appointments, and that's a little bit weird. I'm going to let this play on for a bit. Maybe it will later. Either way, though, I don't need this many on the staff. So let's find the psychiatrists. I believe we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some of them are tired. Oh, they're tired guys. Is sitting in your office doing nothing tiring to you? Maybe you should lay on your leather sofa and tell your other psychiatrist friend about your problems. You can talk each other through it, okay? Is this a false flag? It seems like a false flag, yeah. All right. So we're gonna eliminate this office entirely. Let's grab the objects and just sell all this. I'll dismantle it for now. Not that though. You can leave that. But the hope here is that by eliminating this wall and eliminating that wall, and then eliminating that wall, nope, not yet. I want to give these guys a path that they can get into this area. We'll have another joint area for these 3 security levels to use for their free times and stuff. Give them more options, and then maybe like we can do, I don't know, we can have like we could put a shop right here another place for them to, you know, go back and forth with and buy things from each other. I don't know. Where did he go? Where is this guy? He keeps getting moved somewhere else. Unless he's been, you know, dealt. Oh, he's right here. He's hiding inside this little thing. I didn't see him. 1 hour left in his solitary punishment. Good. You deserve it. And actually, there's 3 of you, but not all of you are gang leaders. You're not. You're not even in a gang. Good. You're in permanent lockdown, too. Let's make sure you're not going to be dangerous ever. All right. So, let's pause it really quick. See, all these guys still frozen. But at least we still have some, right? We still have some toilets available because I added a ton of them. So we're not, you know, getting a huge bottleneck on that yet. Orderlies. But, I mean, there's plenty of clean trays, okay? I have well over 200 clean trays in here. I don't want to hear it about trays. Okay? And then it looks like we have people doing dishes regularly now. So adding a few more cooks, okay, I'll concede. A few more cooks looks like it's kind of helpful. All right? We've got tons of trays in here now. They're just dirty, so they need to be cleaned. So that's what we're doing now. All right. Food-wise, we're set. Bathroom-wise, this is what I've got now. If I can't fix the toilets, I'll just add a ton of toilets. Okay? And you know what? We can even add even more, because all we have to do is do this. Oh, this is great. We'll just have them face each other. Here we go. Put this wall in, and then we'll just add... Whoops, that's not the right thing. We'll just add this. All right. There you go. More toilets for you. More toilets for you. Let's get all of that done, workmen. If you're gonna get screwed on the toilet mechanic, then just put in a ton of toilets. And that's gonna be what we do. There you go. We should have a little bit of privacy for these guys. I mean, honestly. Let's get just a little bit of privacy here, huh? How about we do this? At least privacy from the people on the couch, okay? I'm gonna give in and give them a little bit more. Yeah, it's fine. We'll leave it there. All right. That's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this healthy dose of salt. And if you're new to the channel, don't fret. This is common. This behavior on my part, it's common. I read every comment on this channel. If you leave a comment on a video, I will read it. It may get, if you're super, you know, rude, nobody else will read it, but it will get read. Absolutely, 100%. Every single comment gets read. Maybe not right away. Sometimes your comments get thrown in the spam filter at YouTube. That almost always, it's because either every single comment you leave is exactly the same. Like there's one person that just leaves, here's a comment for you, like every single video on a certain series. That one almost always gets sent to the spam filter. And like, you know, that's just what it is. YouTube thinks you're spamming. But if you leave a link in your comment, you absolutely are getting filtered out and nobody's seeing your comment. So don't leave links in your comments, and I won't change that policy. It's just too risky for me to leave comments and unfiltered. But hey, this one needs a wall. But if you leave a comment on a video, every single one is going to get responded to. Or not responded to, but every single one's going to get read, okay? I just don't respond to like overly backseaty ones, so. Let's put padded right here. And right here. This would be like this big area. And you know what? Like this kind of a common area almost here. So why don't we just go with a room? I was going to end the video there. Like I was very close. But now I feel like there's a little bit of unfinished business. So I'm going to put a little common area right here. And we'll just stick some phones. Like, let them call people if they want to. Stick some phones here. Do we want to tap those phones? Probably. Come all the way down to our security area. And we will put in a phone tap. At least I thought I was. Hi. Yep, right here. Put in a phone tap here. And put in a chair here. Make that a priority so I can get it done now. How's our break room looking? I have a feeling I'm gonna log in, or I'm gonna start playing this, and I'm gonna see just this wall of light blue. This whole area is gonna eventually be nothing but light blue. You know? It's gonna be crazy. Oh, all of this is not marked as staff room either. So make sure everything here is marked. I guess it is. Oh, cool. Well, I added walls. I didn't take away walls. I added walls. So the room wouldn't actually be changed. Unless I completely locked it off, which I didn't. So this is open now. And that's a good upgrade for the staff bathrooms, I gotta say. That is a great upgrade. I'm actually tempted to take away this toilet. The prisoners are using these toilets, though. Like, they definitely use them, and that's good. But I'm tempted to take away this top one. Although they're always full, so maybe not. Maybe I take away this bench. I want to add a door from here, so they don't have to come all the way around to get there. They can come in through here if they want to, too. So just like giving people another way of getting in here. How about here? How about here? I like this. Right here. Because this is a staff-only area, so this is another way for them to get into this area. I like it. Let's give it to them. Because I think right now a lot of them are going this way. He's on break, right? So he's walking through here, then he's going to come around and go in the staff room here, right? Yeah. So I can shorten that trip even considerably more by just giving them a way to get in here. Make it as easy as possible to access the staff room. Basically. Give them multiple ways in. Which, like, I have here, right? The last thing I want to say before I end this, I know, I'm just, like, the longest video ever where I just want to respond to as many things as I can think of, is, like, doing pathing where you only allow certain directions of things, right? Like, you could staff come in this door and out this door, right? That kind of thing. It's pointless. Because normal traffic is really actually quite light. We don't have huge crowds of staff coming in through these doors. But the other thing is they effectively just phase through each other anyway. Like, they don't really collide when they come through here, right? I'm going to let that go. I think my staff have it. Like, there's no period of time here where there's a person just waiting around for someone else to come through the door before they can go through it. They kind of just phase through each other. And it doesn't matter. So I'm going to leave that alone. This here is a problem. I think I do want a wider opening here, though. I'm going to do a wider opening here. I'm going to take care of that right now, and then you can come back for the next episode, and we'll see how that affects anything in this prison. If you enjoyed the video, give it thumbs up. Seriously, like my vids. Or if you're that one person that dislikes every vid, you can do that too, I guess. What a bastard. Take care. I'll see ya. Bye-bye.